you want to hook this up to this, nice and easy, and stick around. I'm going to show you how. Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering Adventures. Today I'm going to show you how to hook your Blackstone Griddle up to a RV easily. Now you could always, bring your Blackstone and bring along the little 1 pound propane. Let me grab one here and show you what I'm talking about. You can bring one of those along with you, but or a couple of them. But I mean, really, why should you? You have a couple of propane tanks on here or built in, depending on your model of your RV that you have. So I'm going to show you an easy way to hook this thing up, and a lot of that is going to depend on your camper itself, but the majority of them have a line on the gas line that tees off somewhere, and on this one it happens to be right here. This line tees off and there's just a cap on the end of it. Now if you don't happen to have that, you could add a tee and put a line out like that. It's really not that difficult. But before we start, we're going to pull this propane tank cover off and ensure that our propane is shut off. Okay, so this is our basic setup that you get with the Blackstone. It has this line that comes out, a regulator, and then you can attach that to your 1 pound bottle. You could probably use the next size up, which I don't remember what it is, a 3 or a 5 pound. Or I also made a video showing how you can hook to one of these bottles using a tree, the one that attaches to there, and it has a couple of outlet ports on it. So if we're going to hook into the line that's on the camper, we're already regulated. So this is the regulator, pressure regulator for the system on here. So we need to eliminate this regulator. So whatever system you decide to do, you should eliminate that regulator. Otherwise you will be regulated pressure, and then this will regulate it down even more, and you might not get enough heat. So to that end, what I have purchased is, let's see, I have a 1/2 inch female to 1/4 inch male adapter. This came in a 2-pack, and that's going to replace that cap that's on there. And I have I think they call this a 1/4 inch propane quick connect with a shut-off valve. And this came with some additional fittings that I don't think I'm going to have to use. And then I purchased this right here, which is an entire setup specifically for the Blackstone. So this comes with our fitting, like this one, and it has a quick connect on it, and then this hose should go between here and that fitting. Now to get this fitting off of here, this cap, I have a couple of pipe wrenches. Like I said, first make sure your propane is shut off. Not a bad idea to go inside the camper and open up the stove or something, turn on the stove, bleed all the pressure out of it. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll grab our trusty pipe wrenches here and see if we can't get that cap off. All right, like I said, make sure your system is off, bleed it out, grab yourself a pipe wrench. If you have trouble, you might want to have two. Hold one on the pipe itself. This one seems to be coming off nicely. This cap was coming off nicely. There we go. No problem. Okay. Now when we put our fitting on here, we want to use Teflon tape, but they do make a special Teflon tape for gas fittings, this yellow stuff here. So make sure you utilize that. put a 1.5 or so. How's that? Look pretty decent. I'm sure someone's gonna say I did something wrong there. And we'll get our adapter fitting. Even though I've bled this out, I can still smell the propane out of here. It's a nice brass fitting here. And we'll use our adjustable wrench to tighten that down. Okay, now we're going to put some thread tape on that as well. And we will install our quick disconnect. Alright, I got the quick disconnect installed. I put it with the handle up, so that's supposed to be the on position, that's the off position. So now that that's installed, we're going to turn our propane on. And what we want to check for is, check to see if there's any leaks here. No smoking. I've got some soapy water. Spray that all around everything here and make sure we don't see any bubbles even in there. You might want to put some, because you just never know, you might have got a defective part. But check it closely. I see a small bubble right there, maybe right there, possibly. So we're going to double check it and make sure we're good to go before we proceed. Okay, once you're confident you have a good sealed system down here, you can hook up your hose and your fitting. I've seen people make these out of other bits and pieces, but for the cost of this kit, you know, I'm a price shopper, and for the price of this kit with the hose and the fitting, you couldn't hardly go wrong. I think it was $28. These hoses are regularly about 20 bucks, so I thought that was a pretty fair deal. Set you down right here real quick. And they sell different lengths of these hoses as well. So this is just a quick disconnect hose. Pop it on there, and that's in the off position. Like I said, down there would be the on. And now we can take the other end of this hose, plug that into our new quick disconnect we made in the RV. Right down here. Easier said than done with one hand. There you go. And we should have propane flowing through right now. And into our Blackstone. So one thing I did before I lit this thing here is I actually went inside the camper and fired up all the burners on the stove to purge all the air out of the system. So it would take forever. And this one's going to likely take a minute as well, even though I've purged it, but we'll see what happens. I can hear it. There it goes. Hopefully you can hear it light. I don't know how well you can see it in there. There we go. Now we have a indoor, outdoor cook setup. Cook in the camper, we can cook out here. And you can see we've got plenty of room to roam with this thing. And the nice thing about these hoses is you can hook it up to barbecues, you can hook it up to like your turkey fryer, all that sort of stuff. You just have to watch how your connection works, whether it's regulated or not. So, beautiful. Not too hard, Not too expensive, adds a lot of convenience. Like I said, if you want to bring the 1 pound bottles or you want to hook directly into the big bottles, you could do that as well. I just like the convenience of this. Just bring the Blackstone, bring the hose, plug it in. All said and done with the fittings and the hose, I think it was a little bit under $50. So you just have to search these items wherever you like to purchase things, whether it's at your local camping supply store, online, Amazon, eBay, etc. Your fitting adapter, 1/2 inch male to 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch quick disconnect propane fitting, and then this was actually a Blackstone quick disconnect hose and fitting deal. All right, if you're digging what I'm putting out, give me a thumbs up, and if you would, please leave a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.